Amsterdam, teach Jiu-Jitsu at Tribe Grappling. I'm a brown belt under Pete Nicholson. And today we're going to talk about how to be a bully in close guard. First of all, I'm very disappointed with you, so most of you want to be bullies. That's me, because you voted on it. So, come, Dylan. Basically, I'm going to tell you to do everything your coach tells you not to do. Yeah? Who's heard this? Don't do this, you'll get armbarred. Good? Yeah? Many coaches say that, right? It's kind of true and it kind of isn't. Also, don't do this, it's stupid, it'll take your back. It's kind of true and it's kind of isn't. So, what we're going to go over today is just anything he wants to do from close guard. With 99.9%, he needs to be able to move his hips. So, armbar me, look, his hip move, yeah? So our goal is to stack in and just take jiu-jitsu away, yeah? So, as a first exercise, what we're gonna do is you're gonna try for yourself, you know, classic, pushing of the hips, what everybody tells you, and the bottom person is just gonna break your posture. Any way you know. This happens, and then a lot of jiu-jitsu happens after that. I want you to try it a few times, see how it feels, and then I'm gonna get into what you're gonna do, because I want you guys to feel first that it's very hard to like not get sucked in to do it. I'm gonna push as hard as I can. It still happens because he's using his hips. Once you've done that, I'm gonna let you go the other way. I'm gonna let you stack in. But try first and try to, as best as you can, any way you can, to keep your posture and not get sucked into his posture break and his close guard. Yeah? Try and then we'll fix. Yeah? Go. Yes? You wanna do it? Yeah. Okay. Flavio? Pedro. Who was able to stay upright the whole time? So you're a badass. Yes? Right. Who found it hard to stay upright? Yes, me too. So, let's not stay upright. Yeah? Let's stack in. The reason they want you to be here because this is the most of the submissions in close guard happen in what we call the middle range. This is the middle range. Here you get armbarred. You don't get armbarred here, triangle here, you don't get armbarred triangle when you stack in. So, today we're going to take the second round. We're going to stack in. So, the position I want everybody to get is this. Motorcycle grip this, you motorcycle grip this, you take your own elbows and bring it to his hip. And you pull back. Yeah? Now, I'm going to go, like I want to give him a kiss in his neck, because Vila is beautiful. And I'm going to put my hips on him like this. Now look at my legs. My knees are not pointing to the outside, my knees are pointing to the inside. I'm just going to lay on him. And then I'm going to ask him to move his hips. Yeah? Move your hips. And just feel it out and see how far he can move his hips. And try to stay on top of him. Yeah? And then ask your partner if they can do any jiu-jitsu on you. Yeah? Let's play with that. So, I got some questions for what if he reaches for my leg. All good? The most important thing is you have to keep you cannot have a totally rounded back like this. You'll get flipped over. You have to be low. It's kind of like you're almost sprawling on him. You're pulling this back, pulling your elbows back, you're staying on him. Now, who had success in limiting the movement of the bottom person? Okay, that's already good. It's already good. So, come. They're gonna be here. Now, naturally, they're gonna push off with their hips. They're gonna push you back. They're gonna, if you mess this up, they're gonna reach around here. They're gonna do all kinds of bad stuff to you. Yeah? All you have to be mindful of is that I need to kill his hip. Even if he reaches underneath my leg, but his hip can't move, it won't matter. So, reach underneath the leg. Yeah, this doesn't matter. It only matters if, wait, move, go. Now his hip can move, yeah? Go back. That's why I'm telling you to pinch your knees to the inside. You feel this already, yeah? So, here, Don't worry about him reaching underneath your leg. Yeah? So, this is what we're gonna do as an exercise. We're gonna immobilize, he's gonna reach underneath the leg, and we're just gonna sit on the leg and hug him. Yeah? It's gonna look like this. He reaches underneath, see? Now we're gonna do this. Keep this one here, sit on it. Can you get it back, huh? Can you do anything? Pinching this? No. Can you do jiu-jitsu? No. This is what you want. And by the way, swing the leg wildly. Now they give you the pass. Yeah? So, this is all we're gonna do. Trap it, make sure there's no jiu-jitsu. Then, if they're dumb enough to reach underneath the leg, sit on it and hug him. Yeah, you can hug him here, you can hug his shoulder, you can even hug around the neck. As long as you keep that far up. If you hug him, like so, he reaches underneath. You have to make sure that your head, yeah, is not on the same side as where he is underhooking your leg. Don't have your head here. Do a knee shoot, push me off. Bad stuff will happen to you, yeah? Make sure if you do this, your head is here. He can't do jiu-jitsu to you here. Just hug this way. Make sure he doesn't pummel his hand in. This is bad, or pummel it in front. This is also bad. We'll make space, and we'll start to move in on leg locks, yeah? But as long as we keep this to the hip, just here, hug it. Again, my knee's not pointing up, it's pointing inwards. All is well. Yeah? Go, try. So, there are some very common and logical questions that arise. Before I get into that, I just want to go over the grip one more time. So, Bill Helber pointed out, a lot of you were just hugging this and pulling. I'm sorry, but this does nothing. Just pummel your hand. See, the elbow joint can rotate. You need to go kind of over, grab here, lock your elbow to his hip, and you rotate. So look, this rotates down, and now I lock it against here. Now move your arm. This is what we want, yeah? In combination with the stack. Yeah? So be mindful of that detail. Now, if most of you have noticed that going underneath the leg doesn't do a lot, because it's just going to hug you. Nothing does a lot except using your hips, or pushing off with your hips, which is a very high energy move for him. This is what we want. We want to make it a war of attrition, where gravity is on our side, and we do nothing, we just, well, I just say we maul him until he quits, break his spirit, yeah? So, yeah, you guys wanted to be a bully, not me, so you go here, here. Now, if I do my stack properly, he's going to use his full power of his hips to push me off. This is very normal. If I do this very tight, and he knows me, he doesn't want to go underneath the leg. He doesn't want to do this because he knows what's coming, or maybe you were in here and you got back to here somehow. Now you're here, now use your hips. You're not going to stop a grown man from pushing you off. But look what I'm doing. My legs are pinching to the inside, I'm still keeping this, and my head is not like this. Right? My chest is like this, and I'm pulling forward. And I'm driving. And this is just gravity. Now, keep pushing. This costs you a lot of energy, yeah? But this is what we're doing. And now, if he just manages to push, can come back to here again. Keep doing this. He'll exhaust himself. Yeah? He needs to pummel his hand out. Now, eventually, indeed, they'll get smart. They'll push with their hips and then pummel their hands. So, push hips and now pummel their hand. Now we're gonna go over. Don't worry. Look, this is bad. If he can spin his hips, go. This is very dangerous. It's good if I kill his hip. Now go. See, I'm squeezing my legs inside, this one inside, and now I'm gonna do the same thing. Post one hand, grab the back of his neck. Here, it's bad. Swing your leg, the far hip can move. Yeah, good look. Move your hip. There's no jiu-jitsu. Now we can go to the same thing. Here. Yeah, here, here, here. And we're back here again. Eventually he's gonna learn, he's gonna free his arm. We're back here again. Maul him, yeah? So, this is what you're gonna do. They're gonna push with his hips. All you're gonna do is the correct grip, circle it in, Puff your chest slightly, yeah, slide just a little bit. And drive off your toes. It's just gravity for you, and it's really tiring for you. Yeah, so we're gonna do that a few times, and then I'm gonna give you some live drills where he's gonna do whatever. You're gonna go to this position, stacking, this position, this constantly. Yeah? That he who's gonna want to open his guard. Yeah? Go. Okay, let's bring it in. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna give just a few details I see a lot of people doing wrong. Then I'm gonna freeform it. You guys can ask questions. And the last part, I'm just gonna let you drill. I'm gonna put the timer. I'm gonna do very short rounds, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Yeah, and you can practice. Come. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see is people doing this again and not rotating. It's very easy for him to pummel his hand in. Pummel your hand in. It's very easy. What you want to do, you want to take this and this, you want to bring it to his hip, close to your hip also. And this is not strong enough. Yeah? You have to puff your chest, you have to come up and pull your elbows as close to your own thighs or knees as you can. That differs for anybody. So here is good. See where my knees are and where my elbows are? Here's better. Because if it's here, pummel. See? You can still pummel. If I bring it close to my thigh and go, very hard. Yeah? And keep stacking in. That last detail, I saw some people also struggling with that. If you do that, it kills jiu-jitsu. Now, a lot of you have a question about what's the point? Yeah, I'm stacking him, but you know, I'm not passing his guard. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing. I want to pass. I want to move. I want to do jiu-jitsu. Okay, that's cool. I say stack him. See it as a, especially if it's no time limit. Just exhaust him. Eventually, he'll open his legs on his own, and then you'll pass. If it's a roll, I'm fine staying with somebody in somebody's guard for 5 minutes. If it's a non-friendly roll, I slightly modify the move, put my forehead in his face, grind his nose. If it's competition. Yeah, I'm not saying we're doing that here because we're all nice people, even though we want to be bullies, we're all nice to each other, I hope. So, those are just a few thoughts of mine. Now, one other thing I see that goes wrong commonly is a lot of you forget what I said. If you hug his head and you keep your head here, you hug on this side. If I hug on this side, my head's here. I drop this hip, I squeeze. My head's on this side, I drop this hip, I squeeze. If I stay on this side, take my back, it's gonna happen to you, yeah? You have to be mindful and you have to always stack. All the bad stuff happens when you don't stack, yeah? I'm just gonna rant for a bit. Who knows the Sao Paulo pass? The pass underneath, yeah? A lot of people think it's this, it's great, but if you do the stack we just did and you already have this, now look how easy it is, here. And now you also have it. You can do, if you have a gi, you can stand up. All those combinations work off the stack. Now, let's go. Before we move on to the last drilling part, because I always like people drilling it, I know a lot of you have questions, and a lot of you have like, this works well for me, that doesn't work well for me. Fire away, I'll answer a few. Can't answer everybody, but come to me at open mat. Few questions, and then I'm gonna give you guys a drill. I'm gonna explain the drill, and everybody's gonna drill it. Yeah? Questions? Silence is never good. I can't hear. Come closer. Yeah.
You're grounding way up on the shoulder.
Yeah, but then it slides down.
So for beavers, don't you better?
Yeah. So no. You misunderstand. You initially, to get the rotation, I grab here, and it slides down as I pull. See, and then I come up close to the elbow. Yeah. Anything else? No. Uh-oh. That means either everybody's a black belt in this, or you don't get it. What?
What happens if the bottom guy just doesn't resist?
If he doesn't resist, he will be in a lot of pain. Because if he doesn't resist, come. This is what we do if he doesn't. But the more he resists, the better it is for him. He's gonna get tired. Yeah. But let's say he doesn't resist. That's an easy pin for us. And I'm kind of mean because if he doesn't resist, I'll make him resist because I'll go here. See? And now he wants to resist. That's why this class is called How to Be a Bully. Yeah, because this is great. Trust me, here he'll move. Yes, now stack him again. Yeah? Anything else? No. So I'll put a drill. Don't do the grinding of the head. That's mean. Then you're a super bully. You just want to be an average bully in here. His job, he can do anything. No, not anything he wants. His job is to move and get his hips out. If he can get his hips out and isolate an arm and do jiu-jitsu on me, great. He catches me, I tap, we move on. Try again. My job is to only stack him and deny everything. Maybe I trap this, maybe I get to here. If he reaches underneath, so fine, you know, we're gonna be here, push off, try something. We're back here again, see I stack. This is my only job, keep to deny him everything. If I have to come to here also, yeah, it's also good. Anything to deny him everything, and if I feel his legs are totally open, yeah, then it's okay to try something, yeah? Any jiu-jitsu you know, yeah? So I make it a little bit more freeform. Your job is to deny him any jiu-jitsu he knows. To do that, kill his hips, it's done. Yeah? Go, I'll put the timer, I'll walk around, 3 minutes each, go. Put the timer on. I'm gonna rant for a bit, because I saw a lot of people doing exactly what I told them not to do. So you need a wide base. If you don't have a wide base, you're gonna fall over. It's that simple. He's just gonna chuck you one way, and if you don't have a wide base, you're gonna fall over. A lot of you still struggle with the grip. You have to attach his elbows close to you, your elbows close to you. He has to be kind of like this. Yeah? And the most important thing is kill his hip. If you try to do any of this and do not kill his hip, it's useless. You're gonna get armbar, leg lock, triangle, swept, everything. What I mean by kill his hips, I'm sorry for the rant, is this. Can you go sideways? I can explain it like this. So, like I said in the beginning, so we come full circle, yeah? We're gonna end where we begun. Armbar move. See what his hip did? It swung. Your hip can only swing if it's free to move in this direction. Killing it from both sides requires a lot of strength if you do not stack over. So what I mean by that is, here he can still move his hips, move. But once I come here and I stack this down, this is effectively what we're doing. Now it's very hard, it's much harder for him to move his hips. Now, if I also have either a head control, pulling him in, move your hips, or I have arms connected to here, move your hips, then it's hard. But see what I'm doing? I'm going over his hip and flattening it out and stacking it. If you stay on this range, it simply won't work. So here, if you think, you guys make this mistake, you think you're doing it here, but you can still move your hip, right? Move your hip. You're gonna get armbar, swept, leg lock, whatever. Even push now, push. This is what happens to you. And then you kind of get extended here, and then the guy can quickly shoot for an armbar. Your goal is to go over the hip and crush it down. So it means over the hip, crush it down. Now, if you have this, it's really hard for him to move his hip, especially if you've connected here, or if you have a head control. I prefer this, because it just sits straight. Yeah? Keep that in mind. So, with everything you do, if the only thing you take away from this class is that you have to kill his hip, then it's already a big achievement. Because trust me, 90%, 95%, maybe more of all those attacks you see from close guard, all the sweeps, armbar, all the triangles require him to move his hip. One way or the other. There's one exception that goes straight up. I'll show it just for, to be, how do you say, complete. There are people that can do this. Look, stack, here, here. There are people that can do this. Yeah? But the reason I'm not covering that today is if he just stacked incompletely, just put the forehead in, I'm not going to do that. Yeah? Forehead is on my face. But for training purposes, I don't like to put my forehead in everybody's face. It's just mean. So if you get caught with that in training, you have to keep in mind, it's probably because you were being nice. Yeah? So, last round of questions, because I saw a lot of you struggling. So if you have questions, ask them now or forever hold your peace. Yeah?
Any reason why you only like to hold the head with one hand rather than leveling up?
Yes. The reason I do that, if I hold with two hands, I would have to be strict. What I mean is, this is good, but it's very hard to keep balance. So even with shitty hip movement, just push with your arm as hard as you can one way. And now, this is really bad. Give this to me, drop inside. Yeah, you're gonna get leg lock. Yeah. I know that if I hold it with one hand and base on this side, I force him to this side. How is he gonna invert for that side? Really hard. Yeah, and invert for this side. Yeah, also hard. So this is the reason why I prefer one side, because this, I have this, and it can work. If I do it like this. See? That's the reason. Because even with, especially stronger opponent, if they manage to push you and elevate, make this leg light, if you do that to me, I make the leg light, I'm gonna get your leg. Yeah? And a lot of people will do that to you. So that's why, just for safety reasons, I prefer to go to one side. But I have guys in my gym that have really good balance, better balance than I am, and they do with two hands, and it works out well for them. I don't have that balance. I just post one hand and go on one side. Yeah? Or so either go on one side or develop really good balance. I'm sure two is stronger. Yeah? Anything else? No? No? So yeah, I guess we're almost done. So the one last thing I want to leave you with is this. I've only covered one direction today, which is stacking in. Obviously, what you guys know, standing up is also very good. The last thing I leave you with is next time your posture gets broken, so break my posture, don't try to go, yeah, back up. Next time your posture gets broken, stack in and kill everything and fight from there. Try it when you're in open mat, when you're rolling with somebody, you're in close guard, you do what you know. Once they break your posture, just stack in, yeah? So, I guess that was it for the class. If you have any questions, come to me at open mat. If you have any questions about how this works and why I do it the way I do it, come to me at open mat, I will explain. This is a war of attrition, yeah? This is a patience game. So if you want to pass straight off the bat, don't maul him first. Yeah? Thank you very much.